rather than always waiting on others to kind of validate our experiences, we need to kind of validate ourselves and put things in place where we kind of not only celebrate ourselves, but even coming to your point about the issue of marriage. And even when you're speaking about like the black community, which black community are you speaking about? Exactly. Because there's the way the Somalis or East Africans, the way they interact is very different from West Africans. And then what happens as, for example, West African, when you maybe become more, shall we say, religious, and then you might go to predominantly Asian mosque, and then you're trying to maybe get married, you would then try and follow the way they do it in their culture, which is very different from our kind of culture. And male-female interactions in certain communities, whether it's the East African community, the West African community, to the South Asian community, is very different. And then you might be following their template, things like strict segregation, no interaction at all, and then all of a sudden you find out everyone's getting married because their families have all arranged that, or they live within the same household. That dynamic doesn't generally work within the West African community. So that's why it's also important to understand your culture and where you're coming from, and not just take the template of another